defense and the Philadelphia Eagles. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Hey, baby, let's go! Let's go!
Go, go. 180!
54! Let's go, D! Let's go!
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And complete to Zach Ertz. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check safety, check safety!
Go, go!
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Flushed out right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Wentz now on first down. That's caught by Howard. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 29 yards. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Let's go, defense.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he was scored. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Conklin, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 54 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 31, Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He wants it all for the end zone, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 31 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He's going to let this go deep and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
61, matchbox, light.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. To throw is Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jannard Avery showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did. The dive, nice grab. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gathered together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more
and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jannard Avery able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It's complete to Diggs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Third and short yardage, Cousins. This is Johnson, he's got it. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, empty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. Give him 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Back. 180.
Man, I got you.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Lefty.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Go.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Good route.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
He can't hang. He's not getting.
Can't.
Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got a backtrack.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Cousins now trying to lay one up, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
They go play action. Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And Diggs has it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Cousins to throw it, and this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, they run with Howard. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running from the gun with Howard. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. To throw is Wentz. That's caught by Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Throwing, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And he's able to find Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On 2nd and 10. Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Wentz to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Bring it. Bring it.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were really helping.
In the old days,